It is the controversial Mumzilla email that sent the world into a spin. But was it all just a hoax? In the now notorious letter, a woman lashes out at her future daughter-in-law and slams the couple's plan to tie the knot in a castle.
Yeah, the email quickly went viral, pushing the couple into the global spotlight. Now the groom is being accused of orchestrating the email to promote his wedding catering business. So, is this simply the latest elaborate publicity stunt?
These days, you need to go big if you want to get noticed, and marketers will go to extreme lengths to grab your attention. In England, an entire street was bubble wrapped to promote road safety. A giant polar bear floated down the River Thames to raise awareness of global warming, while the BBC fooled viewers with a fake documentary about flying penguins.
Isn't that amazing?
To spruik their video-on-demand service. In Paris, 1,600 papier-mâché pandas lined the streets to show how few were left in the wild. A cosmetics brand painted a whole car in hot pink nail polish, while 207 people simultaneously froze in place at New York's Grand Central Station. In Liverpool, hundreds danced in unison for a T-Mobile flash mob. And at Piccadilly Circus, 100 Beyoncés appeared to promote chewing gum, all in the name of publicity.
Well, for more on this, we're joined in the studio now by advertising expert Jane Caro and marketing guru Matthew Bywater from For Promote. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Jane, first of all, what goes into a good PR stunt, do you think?
I think it's got to be fun. It's got to be something that if you're walking down the street or you're in Mountain Place or wherever you are and you see this thing happening, you've just got to stop and find out what it's about. It's got to be relevant to the product and the service that you're offering, otherwise people will just be bemused by it. But it's got to be entertaining more than anything else for anyone to pay any attention. And then when it is, you know, it adds a bit of interest and spice to everyone's life and does us all a favour and sells a few products at the same time.
Matthew, we saw some good examples there in that little package beforehand. What works and what doesn't work?
Yeah, so look, Jane was just saying, it's got to be fun, it's got to be believable, it has to have impact. But you've got to remember too, there's one there of Oprah giving away the cars. Everybody remembers that Oprah gave away all those Pontiacs. Well, but apart from me just mentioning Pontiacs, did anyone know they were actually Pontiacs? So,
well, I'd forgotten, but now that you've said it,
yeah. So I should have asked the question first. So that's got to be remembered too. You've got to make sure that if you're giving something away like this, that you have the major impetus in the actual program. Because in this case, GM actually missed out. Nobody knew about it. Everyone knew Oprah gave away the cars. Yeah.
Well, Kylie and I are both going to buy a Pontiac after the show, so it has a residual effect. Jane, flash mobs have been so popular as a stunt in recent years. Can a concept be overdone, do you think?
I'd say with flash mobs, we will have seen the end of them.
Right.
Now you get briefs, and I've had a few of them myself, where they say, we want to get attention, no flash mobs. Right. It's actually sort of become the, oh, we're over it now. And also, that's the essence of a stunt, is that it is original and fresh and different, because otherwise it loses what it is that gets you to stop. If there are more flash mobs, we'll all start going past and going, oh God, it's another flash mob.
Whereas that made a huge impact when it first...
Well, it's so... I mean, imagine being there and watching that. You feel like you're in a Broadway musical.
Let's get back to this Mumzilla one now. This is the email that the so-called mother-in-law sent to her potential daughter-in-law. Do we think this is a hoax or not? Because I don't know, if it's trying to get publicity for the son's catering business, I don't believe it was a stunt. What do you think, Matthew?
Yeah, I think so, only because it's a terrible sort of PR stunt if it is. I mean, the actual email itself was well written, as Jane was discussing earlier, but to actually write that into actually a PR stunt, what I'm waiting for is the punchline. They've given us a bad story, and they're great, they've got the awareness, but where's the punchline? Say, hey, we've got the solution to it. Because that's what we often do in marketing. We create a problem and offer a solution. Here, there is no solution. I'm actually not sure it's actually a PR stunt or it's just an email.
Well, they've denied it. The guy, the son-in-law, the son, has denied it.
Jane, if it was a PR stunt, and there were probably 1 million around the world that day, this is the one that we've been talking about for days and days now. Is it a bad look for the business, or if it is a PR stunt, is it a good one? Because shows around the world like this are talking about it.
It's two things. If it is a PR stunt, eventually they'll have to, and they've denied it, then it's a bad look for the business. You cannot lie and have people think well of you. It just doesn't work. So if it was a PR stunt, they needed to come out and say, okay, you caught
Joke's
us,
over.
joke's over. So if they've denied it, that's a really bad thing. If it isn't a PR stunt, it reveals something about our scepticism now.
I know.
We don't believe anything. So anything that comes out now, we go, oh, yeah, I don't believe it. And the fact that he's in a catering business that does weddings is suddenly enough for us all to be deeply suspicious.
Yeah. I'm of the mind that why can't this just be what it is?
Because we've debased the currency with too many people falling us and then lying about it. There have been cases where everyone said it's a stunt. They said no, it wasn't. It came out that it was. So what that's done is it's raised our scepticism. It was always going to happen. It was a problem.
Much rather believe in the fairy tale of
We
the wicked
would.
mother-in-law.
That's right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Matthew.